Hello everybody, good morning. I'm Richard Dawson from Chester Digital Marketing. This is my quick weekly update reflecting on some key insights, trends, moments in the digital marketing world. So as the lockdown starts officially unwinding, we're perhaps reflecting on the things that we felt at the start of lockdown and how we feel now. Well, are we suffering from Zoom, or insert favorite video platform here, fatigue? Are we suffering from lockdown fatigue? Have we outgrown the lockdown like our hair has? I think the answer is yes, unsurprisingly. Video conferencing calls are tiring. You're always on show, you're in performance mode. They're not the same as face-to-face meetings in the sense that you can lean back and mentally remove yourself for a moment. You also got to have a constant smile, you've got to look interested, your facial muscles get tense because of that, and that tiredness also can be brought about from an anxiety that you look good on screen, and a lot of people have that concern. You also don't have as many non-verbal cues in terms of the non-verbal body language that you get in a face-to-face meeting. So the question is, how do you avoid that fatigue? How can you modify things? Because online face-to-face meetings, Zoom meetings as they're often known, are a very useful way of keeping in touch, and I think we'll be using them once lockdown is fully ended on a much bigger scale than before, of course. But I suppose the first thing that occurred to me is you should compartmentalize your schedule a bit. That's a good tip for lockdown anyway. So perhaps have days when you don't do video conferencing, don't schedule any that day, don't have them deliberately. Also, if you're an organizer of these meetings, you could also perhaps think about adding things like polls, quizzes, using the breakout room facility, a bit of variety. I think probably the other thing I would suggest, probably the biggest thing here, is try and keep the meeting short. I think 15, 20 minutes is absolutely fine for a one-on-one meeting. It's harder when you're talking about meetings of multiple people. But I think because they're tiring, as we were just saying, you perhaps look at keeping them a bit shorter. Digital marketing trends-wise, well, Facebook Shops, I mentioned last week, the implications of that are still reverberating around the world and around businesses, so watch this space on that. There'll be lots of updates about that to come. The other thing I wanted briefly to focus on this week was influencer marketing. This is where you have somebody who has a big following on social media, and you get them to give you a mention, sometimes for free, but quite often the bigger influencers who have a large following, you'd actually end up paying them for that. But I wanted to focus on the role of the micro-influencer. These are people in your own business community who have 1,000, maybe up to 10,000 followers. They're a really useful part of your marketing strategy. So I think you should maybe focus on micro-influencers, building a network of people with big followings who will give you some mentions and help share your social media content and increase its audience and its reach. So, looking forward to another busy week, of course. More twists and turns in the race for the attention in the digital space. Staying out of the heat and only going in the sun for a bit of a break. If you want to know more about how I can help you or your business, or you want to chat or some advice on getting good at digital, you can of course get in touch with me at chesteredigitalmarketing.co.uk. You can message me on my Facebook page, Twitter, or on LinkedIn. If you search Richard Dawson, Chester Digital, you will find me. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe wherever you see this vlog. So here we go for the next week. Please stay safe, carry on taking everything a day at a time. Thanks for watching all the way through to the end of the video, and I'll see you next time.